Hello guys. Hello. Hey, I've missed you guys. I've just missed our story telling. Guys, is your lady Belter underscore like the car. I'm back here. And guys, don't forget to subscribe, as usual, like, comment, and share with your friends. And actually, today I just want us to have storytelling. Okay, let's have a story today. And my story today will be regarding married women and single mothers. All right, are we together? As I said, my story today will be with all about married people, married women, and single mothers. Guys, ladies, my women. I know I'm not perfect. I might not know much as you, my listener there, you know. However, I've come to think more about we women being married and being single mothers, the mistakes that we are doing. And what I'm really so much about, like pressing on is this word of single mothers. For me, talking about single mothers, I don't mean you stay in a toxic relationship, toxic marriage, but I'm thinking more of our children that we are raising up in nowadays. There's so many things happening in families, you understand, and sometimes you sit down and think, why is all this happening? What is, the what's the thing that you know causing children behave in a way towards parents, you know nowadays, or children behave in a way in on their own lives, you understand. As I said, guys, if you've been listening to my stories, I've said that I come from a polygamist family, and my dad married four wives, and my mom was the first wife. And I will never ever in my entire life support polygamist, because polygamy family, the people that suffers a lot are the kids. Kids, they suffer a lot. I can tell you that out of experience. At my age right now, married with two children, trust me, I still suffer because of coming from a polygamy family. And this, when I say this, I mean, like, we have no good connection, relationship with my stepsisters and stepbrothers, and my own family, my brother and my blood brothers and my blood sisters. And this is because when you get married and you realize, for instance, your husband is having a mpango wa kando as a wife, what steps do you take? Do you start yelling at him, showing attitude at him, throwing words, in front of the children, and doing those nasty things women we do when we are upset? You have to think, what costs my husband to have a mpango wa kando? Ni nini ilimdrive to a point of wanting to have another woman? What am I not doing as a woman in my marriage that driving my husband outside to get another woman? That's number one thing should come in your head. And you sit down, you as a person, you sit down with a book and a pen, and ask yourself questions. You yourself ask yourself questions, list them down, and answer yourself those questions. And if you realize there's something you'll be doing wrong, that might have, in a way, changed your husband's, mind or, character, the way he's behaving towards you, You sit down and you say, "Hey Belta, I know I've done this mistake, let me change." Don't overreact. And the reason why I'm saying this, I'm trying to kick away this name of single mothers. There's no one child on this planet want to grow without both parents. Yes, my dad had 4 wives, but I grew up with my dad and my mom. No matter what my dad did to me, no matter what my dad did to my mommy, I grew up with both parents. When it comes to terms of my dad to do something, my dad was there as a daddy. When it comes to a point of my mom to do something, my mom was there as a mom. Even if my dad had 4 wives. All right? So, women, we need to stop running away from our marriages, leading to single parents. That's why we are bringing up children in nowadays. Children who doesn't know themselves. They don't know who they are when they're growing up. Let me tell you something. There's no one child on this planet want to grow up without a dad. Take this to the bank. And I'm telling you out of experience. You guys, I know you're listening to me and you might think I'm crazy because I'm talking of women running away from our marriages. That's exactly what we are doing, leading to single mothers and children without fathers and children suffering. When you're trying to run away from your husband, where are you going to get that man who's gonna be taking good care of you better than your husband, better than the father to your children? Where are you going to get that man? That's the reason why you see women in nowadays, and let me tell you something, in real life, if you run away from a marriage, the most person who is going to be more affected is the mom, the woman who is going with those children. Because trust me, you as a woman, you get to a point where you want to have a man in your life. Okay? And then you have these egos of yours that you cannot go back to your husband. So you end up getting another man in the street. Okay? And then you're going to bring that man to your children's life. And then you don't know. Men nowadays, they're looking for single mothers because single mothers are very hard working. You find a single mother who's having a good business, doing a good job, driving a good car, living a good life, kids going to the biggest schools. So nowadays, men have become somehow lazy, if I can use that word, allow me. And when they look at a woman who is a single mom and she's somewhere in her life, he wants to get in there to try to get something out of that woman. And you as a woman, you're allowing this man to come to your life because you want you have a void. You have a void in your life. So you see this man and you never know if this man is not really in love with you, or you never know what this man wants from you, because there's no one single day this man is going to marry you with your children. You understand what I'm talking about? So woman, I'm talking to my fellow married women. Before you run away from your marriage, you run away from a married woman to a single mom, sit down, talk to yourself deeply. Go down on your knees, pray. Pray so hard and harder. Ask God, am I doing the right thing? Am I choosing the right direction? Am I making the right decision? Are we together here? Because let me tell you something. Some women run away from a marriage because of misunderstanding. Some women run away from a marriage because of rumors. Some women run away from marriage because they could not take care of their family. And some run away from marriages because some bad issues, some things happens to them with your husband. But let me tell you something. Hakuna makosa enye haiwezi samehewa. Who are you not to forgive your husband because he did a particular, a kind of whatever mistake alifanya? Mungu amekusamea makosa ngapi? Can you count the makosa enye Mungu amekusamehea? Do that to say, I cannot forgive my husband for doing this to me and doing this. You are looking for my husband doing this to me. You're not looking at these children. You are running them away from their father. And then you start bringing another different men in your home, trying to get that, that companionship, trying to get that attention from a man. I'm talking out of experience. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I've done mistakes. until I had to sit down and think and take myself in a chama na nikajiuliza, Belter, hi Belter, Gina Mutula, what am I doing? Are you getting my point? So, is the higher time, women, we need to start getting serious. When a man marries you, when this guy said, I want this woman to stay in my home, I want this to be the mother to my children, I want this to be my forever partner, he did not make that mistake knowing you're not the right person. What changed that right person to the wrong person? Something triggered. There's something that triggered that. Triggered that from the right person to the wrong person. And do you know what triggered that? If you don't sit down and ask yourself questions and you run away, you will never know what triggered that from the right woman to the wrong woman. If you run away, even if you get another man, you put that man in your house, you never knew what happened from the previous marriage. You didn't know the mistake that you did as a woman. Something else is going to trigger that relationship also. And that guy is going to run away. And then you're going to bring another guy that's going to run away. Until you sit down and realize, me, Belter, I think I have this problem and I need to change. If your husband maybe tries to come back and want you back, don't play hard. Don't start saying, hey, you keep on calling me, you keep on blushing my inbox, my WhatsApp, texting me. I don't even answer his phones. I don't even, woman, before you start picking that title of a single mother, sit down and think million times. I'm saying this because I'm trying to kick away this title of single mothers. So let's stop denying our children what they deserve as kids. You find somebody came from a single family, a woman brought up by a single mom, and then you run away from your marriage, and then you have that again, that title again of a single mom. And let me tell you something, women. Listen this from me. I'm a woman, I know what I'm talking about. I've been separated and my husband came back again and we built our relationship back again. I'm talking this out of experience. When you go to your mother and complain about your husband, when you go and tell your mom, Baba So is doing this and this to me, does your mother ask you, what are you doing wrong to trigger that? Or what are you doing to solve that? Some mothers, they make us run away from our marriages. If you never realize that, get this from me. Before you go and ask for ideas, advice from your mother because of your marriage, sit down. Sit down and reverse back. Look at your mother. When your mother was married, when you're growing up as a child, how was your mother's home? How was your mother's, as a wife to your father? How was your mother? Ask yourself that question. Were they peacefully living happy? Was their home paradise? So when you go and ask advice from your mother because of your marriage, before you make a decision and run away from your marriage, sit down and ask yourself a question. Was she perfect to my father? Are we together here? I don't agree in the situation when you're having issues in your marriages and you go to your mom and your mom open up, try to tell you to leave that guy. Ask yourself. If my mother left my father because my father married another second wife, the moment my father married the second wife, my father, and for instance my mom ran away, hizo mashamba akonazo sasa angetoa wapi? Answer my question. Mimi ningekuwa napeleka watoto wangu wapi ushago? Mimi ningekuwa naenda kuongea na Nancy ile najisikia nimeboeka and I want somewhere free, somewhere, I want to breathe different, oxygen, Ushago is the only place that I always think to go. When I go home, I cook for my mom. If my mom did not stay in that marriage, being the fact that my father married other 3 wives, saa hii angekuwa na mali, angekuwa na nini? Angekuwa 0+ akitembea kote akisema single mother, akiimba song the single mother. Men, women, if you feel like your marriage is hitting the wall, before you run, kneel down, pray and pray. Talk to people about it. Listen to people. Don't make a decision according to what people are telling you. Listen to people. Jipeleke soko. Sit down again. Think and rethink and rethink and rethink before you make a decision of leaving your husband. And ask yourself, where am I going to get that man who is not doing this my husband is doing? If he's cheating, if he's having a mpango wa kando, ask yourself, where am I going to get another man who is perfect? He is not doing this. And you might end up losing the best one. Are we together here? The reason why I'm talking about this is because I've been watching these loyal test shows, and I can't sit down and think why all these things are happening. Why? What's wrong with this generation? What's wrong? And it begins from me as a parent. Let me tell you something. When that child is out there doing a mistake, if anything happens, the number one person to be blamed is the mother, not even the father. Is the what? Is the mother. Wanasemanga mtoto mtukutu ni wa nani? Ni wa mama. And that's how it is. Before we start running out of our marriages, women, please, don't wish to be a single mother. Think about your children. And when I'm saying this, I don't say you as a mother to stay in a toxic marriage or relationship. No, I don't mean that. I mean before you make that decision of getting that title of a single mom from a married woman, make sure you have tried everything. I believe God listens to all our mistakes. God listens to all our cry. You know, there's no way you're going to go kneel down and pray. And God will not come through for you. If you have that reason, the big reason that makes you to separate from a single mother, from a marriage mother to a single mother, don't deny your children the right of their father's figure. Do not deny them. Make sure as much as you can, your children have a relationship with their father as much as you can. No matter whatever that guy did, don't break that bond between your children and your father and their father. Don't ever dare doing that. Because if you do that, who's gonna suffer at the end of the journey? Is me, mama, is you, mother, is you, another mother. So, before you get the title of single mom from a married woman, make sure you have made the right decision and you will never regret. And no matter the reason why you have separated from your marriage, don't ever in your lifetime deny your children the right of their father's figure. Never ever. Give them that. Hata kama anakaa aje, give them that. Wacha wajioneange my dad is like this themselves. You see, me, I grew up my mom knowing that my dad was a bad dad. And I'm not saying this, when I say this, I don't mean like my mom was bad, no. Because my mom used to tell me, your father is like this, 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 your father is like this. So I grew up knowing my dad is not a good dad. And it's only because of my mother. Yes, my dad used to do things that I used to see as a child. I used to see, and the things that I used to see is maybe, if I can say, not being there for her. Because of going to those other women's for a long time, leaving my mom alone. Yeah, I saw my mom crying, needing that man. You understand? But that was her mistake. That was her thing to handle on her own. Not putting me there as a child. Not making me carry that thing, your father is like this. Because she made us grow up knowing that our father never loved us. And my father did. Hakuna mzazi atazaa mtoto na mchukie. Hakuna kutire. hiyo nimekataa. Hakuna dunia mzima. There is no a father or a mother will hate a child. No way. So, married women, before you run away from your marriage, to have the title of a single mother, think and rethink and rethink. Because for me, I'm telling you, I will never support that thing of single mothers. I say no. I say no. If there's a way you can work your relationship, your marriage, try your level best to work it out. Even the Bible says, a woman, she's the one who built a home, not a man. So by the time you make that decision of this is done and I am done with it, make sure you have made the right decision. And if it comes to that point, that's the last decision you could have ever had, never deny your children the right of their father's figure. Never ever. So guys, I hope we had a nice story. I hope you learn out of this. And don't forget, I'm saying this, I'm talking out of experience. I'm not perfect. I've done mistakes, and the moment you learn your mistake, you build a new life and you build a new journey. Never run away from your mistakes. So just know that I love you so much, and continue enjoying the week. So don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Love you guys. Bye. And by the way, I remember. By the way, before I go, let me say this, guys. If you're a single mother, you call yourself single mother. If you're separated from your husband, to have that title of a single mom, and there's a chance of you building your marriage and you having your husband back, my friend, you better go back running. You better go back to that guy. Tell him you have realized your mistakes and you are sorry and you are ready to build your marriage. You as a mother, if you're listening to me and you are separated and you have that title of a single mom because you ran away from your marriage and you have a chance to go back and build your marriage, my brother, my sister, go back. Because the moment you stay out there by that title of a single mother, hiyo kitu itakulwa, utatbreakiwa, hiyo roho itahatbreakiwa, utatumiwa. My friend, if you have a chance for you to go back and build your marriage, my friend, go back to your husband, agree your mistake that you did, and tell him you're ready. We are ready to start again, afresh, again, as a wife. If you have a chance, go back. Right? That's something I had forget. Nilikuwa nimesahau kusema, but now I've told you. Okay? Let me continue having my tea. I love you guys. Never forget that.